I call this meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Luis Cabrera,
Present.
Councilmember Maria Cecilia Cruz, Councilmember Tadeo Asael de la Hoya,
Present.
Councilmember Esteban Rosales,
Present.
Councilmember Lisette Servin,
Presente.
Vice Mayor Javier Vargas,
Present.
Mayor Nieves Raydell.
Here.
Mayor, you have a quorum.
Thank you. I'm gonna do something special. I'm gonna ask one of the young women or gentlemen from the PAP program to lead us into the Pledge of Allegiance. One of you, or all of you, please stand up. One of you?
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America,
to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Item number 3, invocation. Miss Elia Martinez, pastor for Templo Cristiano Vino Nuevo.
Thank you for this opportunity. Let's pray. Heavenly Father, we come before you with gratitude, acknowledging that you're the source of all wisdom, authority, and blessing. We ask you to guide the City Council with wisdom, integrity, and discernment as they make decisions that affect our community. Today, we declare by faith that San Luis is entering a new season of greater unity, growth, and opportunities. May every decision made in this room contribute to the peace, safety, prosperity, and well-being of our city. Let your wisdom, Lord, prevail over every discussion, and let every decision be guided by what is right and beneficial for all the people of San Luis. As your word says, unless the Lord builds the house, the work of the builders is wasted. Psalms 127:1. We declare that San Luis belongs in your hands, O Lord, that you will continue to do exceedingly abundantly above all that we can ask and imagine. In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you.
Amen.
Bless
Thank you.
everybody.
Item number 4, call to the public. This is the time for the public to comment. Under ARS Section 38-431.01I, members of the City Council shall not discuss or take legal action on matters raised during an open call to the public that are not properly noticed on this agenda for discussion and legal action. At the conclusion of an open call to the public, individual members of the City Council may respond to criticism from those who have addressed the City Council, may ask staff to review the matter, or may ask that a matter be placed on a future agenda.
This is a time from anybody from the audience that wants to approach us. I see Mr. Allen. Please come forward.
Good evening. My name is James Allen Jr. I live at 1549 East Babbitt Lane. What my concern is directly is I know we're not that far off from the new port probably being completed, but there's a question I have. Is there any way that, I say, a diagram or a traffic pattern of how it's going to be done eventually be put out on the streets so that people can have an idea of entrance and exiting of the border, because it'll greatly help the traveling to and fro going into Mexico and returning into the US. The other thing is on the taxi cabs. After a lot of thought and going around, we have a street where basically both sides, the citizens are to call in and they use their credit cards or whatever have you to purchase parking. If this particular street, which is not that far from Chase Bank, it's in between two parking type lot facilities. If that can be set up in kind, maybe where the taxi cab drivers can purchase time to park there. First of all, the city wins. That's revenue coming into the coffers of the city. The other end is the citizens win because it's an established point of embarkation and debarkation, meaning for people to catch cabs in San Luis. I'd like for you all to consider that. And if you have any more questions for me, ask me later. That's it. Have a nice night.
Thank you. Anybody else? ¿Cualquier otra persona? Nobody? Miss Sonia, let's move forward.
Item number 5, proclamations presentation. Item number 5A, proclamation on National Senior Citizens Day, August 21st, 2026. Item number 5B, proclamation on Women's Equality Day, August 26, 2026. Item number 5C, proclamation on banning single-use plastic bags day, August 13, 2026, and promoting the reduction of single-use plastic bags month, August 2026. Now therefore be resolved that Mayor Nieves Rydell hereby declares the proclamations in the city of San Luis this 12th day of August 2026. Item number 5D, presentation by PEP Youth Build students on adopting reusable bags at a sustainable lifestyle. PEP Youth Build students.
Okay. The presentation, please come forward.
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Ixel y antes de presentarles nuestra iniciativa les queremos platicar un poco sobre Youth Build. Youth Build es un programa que apoya a jóvenes entre 17 y 24 años a continuar con sus estudios mediante obteniendo su certificado de GED. Asimismo, el programa contiene 4 pilares muy importantes como lo son la educación, el job site, servicio comunitario y leadership. Mediante estos 4 pilares se nos enseñan 3 cosas muy importantes como lo son el respeto, la participación y disciplina. Asimismo, muchos de nosotros, al terminar con el programa, continuaremos con nuestros estudios, yendo al colegio o entrar al mundo laboral al obtener un trabajo. Asimismo, junto a mis compañeros y yo, les queremos presentar nuestra iniciativa, lo cual hemos nombrado Adaptando Bolsas Reutilizables como un estilo de vida. Es un proyecto de liderazgo juvenil que está desarrollado por nosotros, los estudiantes y personal de PEP Youth Build, basado en proyectos y experiencias que hemos tenido. Asimismo, nosotros como grupo creamos una campaña de concientización comunitaria con la esperanza de empezar a fomentar en nuestra comunidad, a empezar a reducir el uso de bolsa plástica y empezar a optar por alternativas como lo son las bolsas de tela. Así que venimos a presentarnos aquí ante ustedes, el Consejo Municipal de San Luis, Arizona, para poder pedir que nos apoyen con una proclamación municipal ante nuestra educación ambiental y los esfuerzos que hemos hecho con el propósito de dejar esto como un legado comunitario como a futuras generaciones, tanto de Youth Build como entre toda la comunidad. Muchas gracias.
Hola, buenas tardes. Yo soy Jesse y yo y mi compañero Brandon les diremos por qué es mucho mejor utilizar bolsas reutilizables y no bolsas plásticas. Esto es mucho mejor ya que ayuda a reducir las cantidades plásticas que se generan diariamente. También ayuda a proteger la fauna y ecosistemas locales. También, igual, ayuda a disminuir la contaminación en espacios públicos y vertederos. A continuación, mi compañero Brandon les dirá otros beneficios de utilizar bolsas reutilizables.
Buenas tardes, yo voy a continuar con los siguientes 3 puntos, como sería fomentar hábitos responsables y sostenibles, conservar recursos mediante la reutilización de materiales y buscar un entorno más limpio y saludable para las generaciones presentes y futuras. De hecho, la semana pasada me di cuenta del mal uso que le estoy dando a la bolsa de plástico. Por ejemplo, ir al supermercado y comprar algo sencillo como un galón de leche, unas papitas o agua, sabiendo que yo lo puedo cargar con las manos y solito una bolsa. Yo sé que poco a poco entre nosotros podemos hacer un pequeño cambio y efectivo. Muchas gracias y ahora lo dejaré con mi compañero.
Hola, buen día, yo soy Javier. Como ya sabemos, en la ciudad de San Luis, Arizona, se presentan problemas ambientales. Yo y mi compañero leeremos de 3 situaciones en las cuales se ve reflejado los problemas con los tipos de bolsas de plástico. Hay situaciones que, por ejemplo, en temporadas de viento, como lo son ahorita en esta actualidad, pues las bolsas están como locas en el aire, lo cual tiene como consecuencia de que lamentablemente caigan en parques, en entornos verdes, terrenos baldíos, etcétera. La desventaja aquí es que la madre naturaleza no los detecta. Si ustedes, por ejemplo, tiran un corazón de manzana, la naturaleza rápidamente lo va desagradando. En cambio, como la bolsa de plástico pues no detecta su material, esta pues dice como que quién eres, qué estás haciendo aquí, etcétera. Nos tiene como reflexión esto de que tan solo se utiliza en la bolsa por unos varios minutos tiene la negatividad de quedarse en el entorno durante mucho tiempo, muchas décadas, lo cual es un problema en la actualidad. Los dejo con mi compañero Steven.
Hola, buenas tardes. Por otro lado, el desierto de Arizona que rodea nuestra comunidad alberga una gran diversidad de especies, los cuales sufren de riesgos de muerte al confundir residuos plásticos con alimentos o llegan a ser enredados en ellos. Como reflexión, pensábamos que minimizar el uso de bolsas plásticas ayudaría a nuestros ecosistemas y nuestros recursos naturales. Gracias.
Por última situación, como ya sabemos, al ser San Luis, Arizona, una ciudad fronteriza, esta tiene como impacto lo que es en la comunidad y lo que es en lo que va el desarrollo del incremento de sus personas. Como reflexión acerca de esto es que solo tienen como consecuencia lo que es la negatividad de residuos. Sí, como por ejemplo de que las bolsas de plástico, estas pues lo podemos saber de que generan mucho impacto y sobre todo de que son una gran ayuda a la comunidad. Muchas gracias.
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Melanie y les traigo un llamado a la acción. Hemos identificado una gran oportunidad para promover acciones sencillas y accesibles, como lo es el uso de las bolsas reutilizables, que representan una práctica responsable con la cual contribuimos al fortalecimiento de nuestra comunidad y conservación del ambiente y sus recursos. ¿Desean formar parte de esta iniciativa? Los invitamos a sumar parte de este esfuerzo y ser parte de una comunidad más limpia, sostenible y comprometida con las futuras generaciones. Gracias.
Recuerden que si tienen alguna duda o pregunta, no duden en contactarnos. En la diapositiva vienen los contactos de nuestro coordinador Jesse López y de nuestra maestra de liderazgo representando a todo el staff, Marlena Navarro. Queremos agradecer al público por prestarnos esta gran atención y sobre todo a la alcaldesa Nieves Raidel por darnos la presentación de la iniciativa de nuestro proyecto. Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias. No se me vayan, no se me vayan. Vamos a tomar una foto del recuerdo, si están de acuerdo. Sí, por favor, si pasan aquí a Francia. Yes. Las dos, arriba y abajo. All right. Sí, está bien. Se va a mover. ¿Qué haces? ¿Se me puedo poner de este lado, por favor? Yéndome a mí. 1, 2, 3. Listo. Gracias. Muchas gracias. Yes. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much for taking this initiative. It's very important for people to know how harmful are those plastic bags are. Let's continue.
Item number 6, consent agenda. All matters are considered to be routine by the City Council and will be enacted by one motion. If discussion is desired, that item will be removed from the consent agenda and will be considered separately.
I move to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
There's a motion, a second. All those in favor signifying by saying aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Motion carries.
Item number 7, discussion and possible action items. Item number 7A, Discussion and possible action on any and all matters regarding authorization to accept a service agreement and to enter into a contract with Precision Protective Services, LLC, for traffic control needs. Damian Miller, Lieutenant.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, Council, members of the public. The San Luis Police Department is requesting approval to renew and enter an agreement with Precision Protective Service to assist with traffic control needs. As you are aware, the city continues to undergo several road construction projects which affect high traffic areas. The San Luis Police Department would like the flexibility to schedule traffic control services as needed based on the areas and amount of traffic throughout the fiscal year. SLPD will assign the staff from PPS to areas with high traffic problems to help free up traffic enforcement and patrol officers for regular patrol and enforcement duties. We are seeking approval for $85,000 for this request.
Any comments, questions for the lieutenant? If not, I will
I
entertain.
just have a question. Do we only utilize them for the border, or can we utilize them for other areas,
Other areas, sir.
like the 10th Avenue during traffic hours for school? Because I know the line going into Mexico grows after school is dismissed.
Mhm.
So maybe like during dismissal, have them start their shift at like 10th Avenue, 8th Avenue. Well, 8th Avenue doesn't seem to be a problem. More like 6th and 10th Avenue, and then carry on to the border. I mean, I don't know who handles their schedules. Like, do you guys ask them to come in at a certain amount of time, or how does that work?
Yes, we do. We have a schedule for them to come in, and we'll check their time on a monthly basis.
Because I'll share a quick experience that I know many of us go through today. To pick up my son from school, it took me from Avenue F to 10th Avenue 25 minutes.
Yes.
So if they're able to be there controlling the traffic and getting the traffic flow going, and then eventually making their way to the port or to the border, then I think that would be of great help.
Yes, sir. And that also free an officer, a traffic enforcement officer, and we put him on Main Street, we could also be out there. Absolutely, yes, sir.
Thank you so much.
Anybody else? If not, I will entertain a motion.
Mayor, I move to
Approve the renewal of the contract with Precision Protective Services for traffic control services during fiscal year 2026-2027, not to exceed the budgeted dollar amount of $85,000 and waive formal purchasing procedures for the justification presented.
Second.
Second. There's a motion, a second. All those in favor signifying by saying aye.
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 Any nays? Motion carries. Thank
you.
you, Lieutenant.
Item number 7B, discussion and possible action on any and all matters regarding authorization to purchase annual medical evaluations and screenings for police sworn staff using fiscal year 2026-2027 budgeted funds. Damian Miller, Lieutenant.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, Council, members of the public. The Police Department is seeking approval for annual medical and physical evaluation provided to police sworn staff. The program is designed to detect early risk factors and help prevent long-term health concerns, which are designated to detect early risk factors and help prevent long-term health concerns. Oh, I'm sorry, I read that already. Each important high-risk groups. Heart Fit for Duty and its providers will conduct examinations and testing and provide the results to participating staff. The cost of their service will vary based on the selection of their service per staff member. The total amount per person based on which test will be provided or needed will vary, and it ranges from $2,509.14 to $3,301.71. The testing will be offered to staff who choose to participate, and it will not be mandatory. The total amount budgeted, if approved, for this service will be $60,000.
Any comments, questions for the lieutenant?
So this is something that came up last year as well,
Yes,
correct?
sir.
Okay, just want.
Anybody else? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Mayor, I move to approve the purchase of the annual physical medical evaluation to the police sworn staff for a total amount not to exceed the budgeted amount of $60,000.
Second.
There's a motion, a second. All those in favor signifying by saying aye.
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 Any nays? Motion carries. Thank you,
you.
Lieutenant.
Item number 7C, Discussion and possible action on any and all matters regarding authorization to purchase two fully marked and equipped new 2026 Ford Explorers and two fully marked and equipped new 2026 Chevrolet Silverados using Arizona Department of Public Safety Local Border Support Grant budgeted funds. Alan Guevara, Lieutenant.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, council members, staff, members of the public. The City of San Luis Police Department is seeking approval to purchase two new 2026 Ford Explorers. The new vehicles will be assigned to the San Luis Police Department Patrol Division. The funds for the purchase of these vehicles were approved as fiscal year 2026-2027 capital projects grants funds. The vehicles will be purchased from the Peoria Ford, which holds the Arizona State Contract number CTR059322, and has provided a bid of $100,183 with 70 cents, including tax of the vehicle for the vehicles. The police department is also seeking approval for the purchase of two new 2026 Silverado 1500 trucks. The new vehicles will be assigned to the San Luis Police Department Patrol Division, specifically the K-9 unit. The funds for the purchase of these vehicles were approved through fiscal year 2026-2027 capital projects grants fund. The vehicles will be purchased from the Chapman Chevrolet, which has submitted a bid of $112,669 with 90 cents, including tax. The two additional quotes were obtained from Midway Chevrolet, $117,306 with 58 cents, and from Earnhardt Chevrolet with the amount of $122,492 with 54 cents. The Explorers and the Silverados will be fully equipped and marked by Waltz Outfitting using the City of Chandler contract number PD 5-055-4859, which provides a cost reduction for the state dealership contract. The quotes provided to fully equip the new vehicles is total amount $178,790 with dollars. The total purchase amount of all the vehicles and the equipment will be $391,653 with 60 cents. The equipment and marking of the vehicles come under the City of San Luis Code Purchasing Section 3.05.090 cooperative purchasing, since it is using the City of Chandler's contract number PD 5-055-4859 for the equipping of the vehicles, and there's Arizona State contract number CTR 059322 for the purchasing of these vehicles. That was lengthy, sorry.
Comments, questions for the lieutenant?
I have a quick question. Did we look for local quotes, or
Excuse me?
did we look for any local dealership quotes or not within
For,
Yuma County?
my understanding is that we checked on the Peoria because of the state contract. But locally here in Yuma, I'm not certain about that, but we went through the contract for the lower.
Anybody else? If not, I will entertain a motion.
Mayor, I move to approve the purchase of two new 2026 Ford Explorers and two new Chevrolet Silverados, to approve the marking and equipment of the vehicles for a total amount not to exceed $393,000.
Second.
There's a motion, a second. All those in favor signifying by saying aye.
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 Any nays? Motion carries. Thank you, Lieutenant.
Item number 7D, discussion and possible action on any and all matters regarding authorization to contract JSA Company for full landscape maintenance of several assessment districts for fiscal year 2027. Angelica Roldan, Director of Parks and Recreation.
Good evening, Mayor and council members. Angelica Roldan, Parks and Recreation Director. Our department has been working with JSA companies for the past couple of years for full landscape maintenance of several assessment districts in our city. Since fiscal year 2025, the Parks and Recreation Department has presented this service to the City Council, piggybacking on the contract agreement that has been done with the City of Yuma. The City of Yuma held a council meeting on September 3rd, 2025, during which it approved executing a one-year contract with an option to renew for 4 additional one-year periods, subject to the appropriation of funds and satisfactory performance by 3 companies. One of the three awarded companies was JSA Company, with whom we would like to continue working this fiscal year. The City of Yuma Finance Department was contacted, and Ms. Enriquez advised that JSA contract RFQ 25293 is still active until September 3rd, 2030. Last fiscal year, JSA Company did a great job in maintaining a total of 16 improvement districts on the east side of the city. This fiscal year, 2 more assessment districts were added, bringing the total of 18 areas that need landscape maintenance. This will be the 4th year that we would like to partner with JSA for the landscape maintenance of 18 improvement districts. JSA Company will be assisting with various services, including weed control, tree trimming, plant maintenance, irrigation maintenance, mowing, and engine gravel maintenance, periodically raking, outfall maintenance, tree raising, outfall spillway maintenance, and concrete blowing of designated areas. Working with JSA Company allows the city to provide a higher level of service to the residents who are paying for such services in their area. The City of San Luis bidding process for this service is still in progress, and in order to comply with our city procurement code, we would like to continue with JSA Company while the bidding process is complete and a vendor has been selected. The staff is seeking council approval for the landscape maintenance with service with GSA per the attached City of Yuma contract as expense estimate for each improvement district, following cooperative purchase procedures as allowed under the San Luis Purchasing Code, Section 3.05.090, since Yuma has already gone through the process. Thank you.
Any comments, questions?
Yes, I do, Mayor.
Go ahead.
You stated here that the bidding process is still in progress, yet you're requesting approval for the, is that doable? Like, can we approve something while the bidding process is going on?
Yes.
Is that?
Thank you, Ms. Rolla.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, Council members. We began our bidding process through OpenGov. So meanwhile, the bidding process is to take us, I don't know, a couple of months. So we are providing services to the improvement district for the east area. And we need your approval so we can process their invoices and payments.
So you're requesting approval on a month-to-month basis since the bidding process is over, you're requesting approval for a full year contract?
So we are requesting approval to not to exceed the 472, but it's a condition to do the bidding process. We will continue with the bidding process. So if they submit the proposal and they win, so we have their quote, so we can continue with them. Otherwise, we have to select another vendor.
Okay, the reason I'm asking is because back in May, we were provided with some information regarding the funding that we received through the districts, and I just want to make sure that this is money that is being collected by the residents that live on Avenue F and Avenue E. All the 18 districts, it's money that is coming out of the residents' pocket. It's not money that is coming out of the city general fund. So I just want to make sure that that's correct, right?
That is
So
correct.
back in May, we were provided some information. I've been asking for more information. I know you've been busy and other departments. Here we are 4 months later, still talking about the same thing. And I just have questions regarding how do you base the funds that we have right now? How do you calculate how much each district pays? Is it per acre, per amenities, per what is it? How you base it on when it comes to charging per acre or charging that specific district?
It's based on acres and the street lighting. So we have 2 improvements. So we have for street lights and for enhanced maintenance. So and the enhanced maintenance is for acreage and the water consumption that they have on the retention basin, on the utilities meters.
Okay, so the street lighting and the acres, okay. So I'm seeing that last year it was $377,728, and this year it's going to be $472,506. There's an increase of 94,000, almost $95,000. And there's some information that caught my attention. On the screen, you will see a district or subdivision. Let me see, you will see subdivision Bienestar B, that is 3.02 acres, and then you go to subdivision Bienestar 10 and townhomes, and it's 3.01 acres. And the difference in money, it's almost 30,000, and we're not talking about, it's just I don't know if you see what I'm talking about. 3.02 acres with 3.01 acres, and the difference is huge, like 30,000. It's not even a quarter of an acre.
Mayor, if I may, isn't it because the townhomes retention is done through somebody else? Like, when we approved that townhome subdivision, the amenities and everything else was done?
The amenities and everything else that is done, the city does not cover that. The developer, the owner of the townhomes are responsible.
We also, just to mention, Ms. Servin, we added 2 new assessments, which is Bienestar 12, Phase 2, and Mezquitas 5, including right-of-ways.
Okay.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, council members. Yes, so the townhomes are private development, and they create an HOA which maintains the maintenance of street lighting, the retention landscape.
So that difference is that because of the HOA that the townhomes have, pretty much? Okay, so let me give you another example where it says 2.17 acres. That one is for Bienestar 9A Phase 1 and Santa Cecilia Phase 2. That's 26,232, and the other one is 22,872. So the difference is about 3,500. So that's within range. So I want to know, how many acres do we have in total around that area and in total in San Luis?
We can definitely get back to you on that. So it's not on this agenda item. It is on the agenda item that we presented when we approved the improvement districts. But the acres are including the right-of-way and the retention basin. So I'm not sure, to be honest, about the size of the divisions, but this including the right-of-way and the retention basin. But we can get back to you on, we have like a detail of the retention, on the retention areas on that agenda item.
Okay.
Councilwoman, if I may, there is Rola has like a spreadsheet, and it shows, which area, how much they're spending on water, on materials, seats. I think we can provide that to all of you so that you can see the breakdown of what the cost is. And I think that will give you a better perspective of how that funding comes about. Based on the acreage, we do have some staff that is allocated for that, so there is some expenditures there. So I think that will give you a better understanding, because it's going to be hard for them to be able to, give you an answer based on this sheet, but their breakdown and their formula that they have is pretty clear how they come up with those numbers. So I think that's something we can provide.
Not all retention bases are the same size. I do have a technical question. The developers that we pay, and all of us use GSA because so far they've been outstanding in a private sector. And they give us a year guarantee. If a tree dies or whatever is nobody's fault, because we have a lot of rodents that they start eating them from the bottom up, they will for a year keep bringing new trees. If one dies, they bring it. After that year is gone and they have to replace it, the city pays them, or the city less, if a tree dies, that's it? We're gonna have an open space in there?
My understanding is that if the tree dies and is coming directly from JSA, they're the ones that replace the landscape. But Mr. Escalante is here, he can also give more information, but that's pretty much what we know from
Because for the
JSA.
subdivisions are under guarantee,
Mhm.
it's a giving. We not even have to
Yes.
ask them to do it. But
No,
after the
once
year,
the
2
warranty
years-
is over, we're responsible for it.
Okay,
The city is responsible for it. So once the JSA has a warranty of, let's say, 6 months, after those 6 months, the warranty is over, then anything that happens after that, we're responsible for any vegetation that dies or we have to replace.
oh, okay, thank you. I was wondering, okay. They're really good about replacing.
Thank you.
So just to continue, so I see that the funds will cover some maintenance, the minor tools and equipment and labor for one maintenance tech for our park staff. And where I'm coming from for all this is that I feel that we need to come up with a plan to save our residents in that area, because at the rate we're going, I mean, I see it that it's easy for us to just approve something like this because it's not coming out of our budget. It's coming out of the people's pocket, because the residents in that area are the ones maintaining all these green areas and you name it. So for me, it's really important that we look into a better plan to save money, not just to the residents, but also to help parks and to increase our labor force. And not only that, but to make sure that we get they get better paid, better salaries. And for that, we need to look into really looking into that money and see how the Parks and Rec can benefit more than just giving it out to a company to take care of business because like, again, at the rate we're going right now, in a couple of years and 5 years down the road, this assessment district could reach about $800,000. And if we are taking care of it, it could be 500. I mean, it's just numbers, it's working with numbers. And for me, more than anything, I'm looking for savings. I have nothing to say about GSA. It's a good company, it's maintaining the areas, but I'm just looking for ways to save the residents in that area, because like I said, again and again, the money is coming out of the residents' pocket. It's not coming out of the city's general fund.
Yes, Ms. Irving, we agree with you, and that's the reason why it's something that we're going to bring to you. We are creating a presentation, and this is going to be a long-term project that we're working on. Mr. Escalante is going to come with me and do this presentation, is to try to convert all these areas from green areas to xeriscape. It's kind of like a desert landscape, and it's probably working in other cities, but just to mention our neighbors, such as Yuma and Somerton, as examples of municipalities maintaining their own parks and recreation workforce while utilizing outside services when appropriate. The goal is not to replace our employees. The goal is to supplement them by using a landscape contractor. That's what we're doing right now for additional city areas, special projects, seasonal workloads, or work outside, or core park responsibilities, or parks and recreation employees can concentrate on maintaining our parks and providing the level of service of our residents. But this is something that we're working on. It's mostly just to try to convert most of our improvement districts to xeriscape landscape.
Mr. Guzman, I got a question for you. Where are you? I know that whatever the city is charging to the residents in the new subdivisions is by city code. I mean, it's not an arbitrary, like you wake up one morning and you're gonna charge this and that. I know that you have a formula, and I know that the council votes on it. Am I correct?
Yeah, Mayor, Vice Mayor, council members. So when a subdivision is approved, improvement district is created to maintain all the improvements. And every year, each resident pays an amount for those improvements.
And when anybody that lives in these areas and they look at their tax bill, and you see the county takes this money and this money gets collected and it comes to the city. And correct me if I'm wrong, but out of the monies that the city is collecting is public safety there, parks, sidewalks, right? It's
That,
not just landscaping and the lights.
so that will be
There's a
the,
list.
that will be the impact fees.
Yes, that's exactly what the city collects from these subdivisions.
Yeah, that's at the time of the permit. The improvement district is for the maintenance of the landscape or the retention.
Mhm.
The impact fees is a one-time payment that they pay at the time of the
And
permit.
who pays for them?
The homeowner.
Mhm.
And the improvement district is a payment that is made every year with the taxes.
Yes, okay.
So I just want to make it clear again, this district pays for maintenance, minor tools, equipment, and salary. That's all it pays. That's what residents in that area are paying for to maintain that area green and clean, correct? Okay, so I guess it's just putting together a plan, a savings plan more than anything, and not trying to eliminate the service that GSA is providing right now, but maybe do a combination of both. They can just maybe take care of the tree trimming, or I don't know, cleaning sidewalks or whatever it's needed, and then our Parks Department can take care of the rest so that the money comes to our Parks and Rec Department. And better salaries could also be could also be an increasement there. It's just, I just feel that we can come up with a better plan than just paying a company to do a job that we can do in-house. So that's all I'm looking for, and I'm looking forward for that presentation. Do you have a date of when that presentation will be provided?
Yes, I will work on the presentation. We already we've been collecting information. Mr. Escalante has different information that he's been bringing, and we met last week regarding this. But yes, we will have the presentation as soon as possible.
Meaning approximately?
It can be maybe in next month. Mhm.
Okay, looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Anybody else? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
I move to approve the contract with JSA Company for landscaping maintenance services in the amount of $472,506 under a cooperative purchase agreement with the city of Yuma as presented.
Second.
There's a motion, a second. All those in favor signifying by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any nays? Motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Escalante, Mr. Guzman. Thank you, Angelica.
Thank you.
Item number 7E, discussion and possible action on any and all matters regarding the renovation of the Joe Orduño Park artificial turf soccer field and awarding Dave Bank the renovation project. Angelica Roldan, Director of Parks and Recreation.
Good evening, Mayor and Council members. Angelica Roldan, Parks and Recreation Director. Our Parks and Recreation Department added an artificial turf field area to Joe Orduño Park in June 2016. This area has been very popular in our community and has been used to host soccer games, practices, and activities. Due to its popularity, the field has experienced significant wear and tear, and the department has performed maintenance and repairs on it over the past couple of years. However, the field is now in need of extensive maintenance, and staff has decided to reach out to a vendor for assistance in renovating the artificial turf field. Dave Bank Associates, Inc. is a vendor the city has worked with extensively in the past and holds a state contract. Based on field dimensions and the needed renovations, the vendor estimates the project will cost $145,898.18. Staff submitted this project as a potential capital improvement plan project for fiscal year 2027, and it was approved for fiscal year 2027 with a budget of $146,000. The quote provided by Dave Bank Associates, Inc. is for $145,898.18 and includes the Mojave State Contract Cooperative Purchasing Agreement, Mojave number 24K, BANG 0222. The quote is for the purchase and installation of artificial turf and 1 pair of soccer goals with anchor kits. City Code Purchasing 3.05.090 allows for cooperative purchasing, ensuring the city is getting the best prices available in the market. Staff would like to seek approval from the mayor and city council to move forward with the ordering process with the Bank Associates, Inc. The staff is open to any recommendation or direction the mayor and city council may have regarding this purchase.
Comments, questions to
Yes,
Ms.
Mayor.
Roldan?
What kind of warranties does it come with this purchase and for how long?
How long, the timeline? The scope of work that we have is, I have it here. I think we have it on also attached.
It's on the contract section.
Have it on my papers. It will get here, we will order when you have the PO ready. I believe it will take us around 1 to 3 weeks coming from the vendor. And pretty much we have, the timeline of this work will be the installation of the soccer goals take approximately 1 to 3 days to complete. The turf materials, 6 to 10 weeks upon receive of our PO. And then the turf installation would take upwards to 10 days to complete. So we're thinking tentatively by December of this year to have it complete.
Okay, but what kind of warranties? I mean, it's a,
Oh, the warranty?
yes,
The warranty that we have.
and for how long?
Let me look. Mr. Escalante. The warranty that we have with Daybank for the turf.
Once the welcome field is installed?
Mhm.
Right now I don't have an answer for that, but I can get that for you as soon as possible, as tomorrow. I can call the company on that, let them know.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions, comments?
Just a comment, just happy that we're getting this finally. I know our soccer field was made, what, about 12 years ago or so? And that we're finally be able to get new turf and new goals for the kids.
Yes.
So they could start using it. The old ones were pretty beat up. And I know I've been asking for this for like almost 2 years, so it's great to see this coming to fruition. So thank you guys for bringing this.
No, thank you. We're very excited for it too.
Anybody else?
Yes, Mayor. Regarding the operations of recreation, when it comes to this artificial turf, they require a special type of soccer cleat to play. Who monitors that the people who are playing, that are using it, has the adequate equipment to not tear it or for the turf to last a longer time?
So what we're gonna be doing, starting as soon as we have this facility ready, we're working on some rules that we have special for that facility. And we are working together with City of Yuma. We're getting the same information as them as when it comes to regulations and rules. So we're gonna be monitoring that, and staff will have a supervisor that will be able to go, or a specialist to go during any games, or if there's any reservation, make sure that they're using the correct, shoes to play. But we're gonna be installing the regulations and the rules.
And then how soon is it required for like maintenance? How soon should we be looking? Because right now it's in pretty bad condition. I've been out there and it's, I mean, you can't even really play. It's not even safe to play. So how soon should we be providing the maintenance, or how does that work? Like, why did it take, I mean, obviously funding is one of the things, right? But before you guys came up to us, it's not $2 million, it's $146,000. So why did it take this long for it to come up to us?
So what we're working together with Daybank. We've been working with this company for different projects, and one of the things that they're going to be doing when they come and do the installation, they're going to be training our staff. So they're going to be letting them know how to maintain the turf, and also we'll be able to hire, if there's a need, them. We don't probably have to pay the company, but they're gonna be coming and check on the turf. But pretty much what they're gonna be doing, they're gonna be training our staff to maintain the area.
Thank you.
Anybody else? There's nobody else, I'll entertain a motion.
Mayor, I move to approve the cooperative purchase and installation of artificial turf and soccer goals with anchor kits for the Joe Orduño Park artificial turf soccer field and the amount of $145,898.18 as presented.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor signifying by saying aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Motion carries. Thank you, Ms.
Thank you,
Roldan.
thank you.
Item number 7F, discussion and possible action on any and all matters regarding the engagement of engineering services with Core Engineering Group, PLLC, for the design of the water and sewer mains on US 95. Armando Esparza, Director of Economic Development, and Tomas Sanchez, City Engineer.
Good evening, Mayor and Vice Mayor and council members. The Economic Development Department and the Engineering Department are seeking City Council approval to accept the professional services proposal from Core Engineering Group for the design of the water and sewer infrastructure project along US Highway 95. This design is the next step in our federal grant from the Economic Development Administration for the expansion of this water and sewer line. The city received 1.2 million in grant from the federal government, and we have a local match budgeted for this project with a total of around 1.7 million for this project. The proposed scope of work includes the design of approximately 1.5 miles of water main, water and sewer main crossings underneath Highway 95, and the new lift station connected to the Piana Nonwovens property. The design is scheduled to be completed by the end of this year, 2026. Staff is requesting City Council approval to accept the professional services proposal from Core Engineering Group in the amount of $93,558.
Any questions, comments for Mr. Esparza?
I have a quick question. Did we go out to bid for these type of services?
Councilmember Cabrera, we did not go out to bid because we have an on-call engineering list, and we used, working with engineering, we used the on-call list for engineers.
I just don't, I mean, it's a high dollar amount. I don't want us to seem like we're favoring one company over many others out there. That's just why I was asking.
Councilmember Cabrera, good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor. How Armando was explaining, we selected Core Engineering because since before the preliminary design, conceptual design was designed by, prepared by James Davey and Associates, and since then Core Engineering acquired James Davey and Associates, so they already have the conceptual plan, which is almost like a 15% design, and it would be better to proceed with them. And both James Davey and Associates and Core Engineering were on the call, and currently on the call. That's why we recommended going with Core. They presented their proposal. We went through them. We went through a few iterations with them, and that's why we presented. And we also recommended this engineering firm with EDA, and they had the same question: how did we selected them? And unfortunately, we cannot negotiate prices, but we thought that the prices was reasonable right now in the current market.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify that for the record, because I know people are out there looking, especially because of who owns Core Engineering. So I don't want to seem like we are favoring one company over another. There's continuity from the other project, so thank you.
Anybody else?
Adding to that, for the record, the resolution that has Core Engineering amongst other companies was passed in the 24th day of March in 2021. So it's not something that staff came up overnight. We've been using the engineering company, so to further straighten the record out for the public.
Councilmember,
No, just wanted to put that in there.
yes,
That's the companies that we use and regardless of who owns them. We have Core, Dahl, EPS, James Davini, NEI, Kimley Horn, and Pace Advanced Water Engineering, which is the ones that we use regularly as per our resolution.
Yes, Councilmember Cabrera, for the record, I did notice that our on-call, for engineers on-call and architects was approved in 2021, and it was good for 5 years. It expired in March. Due to my workload, I've been wanting to put it out to advertise to give other opportunities for other firms. That's on my to-do list, so.
Thank you. Anybody else? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
I move to approve and accept professional service proposal from Core Engineering Group PLLC for the design of water and sewer mains along US 95 from County 22nd Street to County 20 and 1/2 Street in an amount not to exceed $93,558.
Second.
There's a motion, a second. All those in favor signifying by saying aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Motion carries. Mr. Esparza, thank you. You're the one that initiated this grant, and you stick with that. That is really gonna benefit that area. Thank you for having that vision to stick with that. Gracias.
Item number 7G, public hearing followed by discussion and possible action on any and all matters regarding the recommendation of the liquor license application submitted to the Arizona Department of Liquor Licenses and Control by Talin Toma on behalf of Superstar Smoke and Vape Number 4 located at 541 North Main Street, San Luis, Arizona, City Clerk's Office. Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, and council members. This item was previously presented to the City Council at its regular council meeting on July 8th, 2026. However, it was later discovered that the required public notice had been removed before the full 20-day posting period was completed. As a result, the item is being brought back to the city for the City Council's consideration to ensure that all public notice requirements are met. The public notice and application were reposted at the proposed license premises for the required 20-day period. During that time, the city clerk's office did not receive any comments in support of or opposition to the application. Therefore, staff recommends that the City Council move to recommend approval for the liquor license application to the Arizona Department of Liquor Licenses and Control as presented. I believe the owner or the representative for the business is here this evening to answer any questions, and I'm also happy to assist with any questions you may have.
Okay. I open this to the public.
Hello, I'm Talon Toma with Superstar Smoke and Vape. Thank you, the mayor, the city council members, everyone. Like Sonia said, sorry, I'm not great with speaking. Sorry. We submitted our application and everything, and we were here last month for an approval, and it got approved. And we had to reissue this meeting because it wasn't past the 20-day mark. And if you guys have any questions or anything, I can help answer that.
It was, I really apologize in behalf of the city staff. It was an honest, overlooked, hardly happens, but we're all humans. We all can overlook something. And she cut it right away. Miss Sonia cut it right away, and she
Yes.
made it right. Okay, there was no ill intentions or
no.
anything. Okay.
Yeah.
So thank you for opening your business in downtown. That helped us a lot.
Thank you for having us.
This time, anybody from the public has a comment, questions? Yes, Mr. Allen, please.
I have a question. My question is, I understand vape facilities and smoke shops are basically like tobacco and the vaping units, electronic items. Now, my question is, you add alcohol into something that, a relaxant or whatever have you. What is the relationship of the area where that facility is to children, the relationship to citizens going through there. Because I really wanted to see a diagram of where that building is so I can kind of understand from there. Because what you have to always consider is if traffic goes by their facility, children or whatever have you, if you're issuing out libations, what the problem is, the person leaves your facility, if they decide to indulge public nuisance, they could, how you say, get behind the wheel of a car. You have to consider all those things before you go, yes, especially with the nature of the business, and it depends on where it's located. That's my biggest thing. I just want to know, where is this shop physically located in relationships to where our citizens have to travel through?
Thank you, Mr. Allen. Mr. Estes, could you respond? It's in Main Street, but please.
I don't know.
The address on the application is 541 Main Street, so right on the Main Street, just north of, or just kind of across the street from the McDonald's.
Correct. We're right next to the duty free. And we're also, once this gets approved, all of our, workers will be going under, all the rules and checking the IDs, making sure, consumers are drinking responsibly, making sure we educate our customers without, about the dangers of underage drinking and whatnot. I'm going to also be having, the register with the check ID, and also they're going to be checking everyone 40 and under to make sure their ID and the person in front of them is the right person. I'm very against underage drinking, and as well as tobacco products. So I will make sure everyone there, goes through all the protocols and everything beforehand.
And believe me, the inspectors will show up without being unannounced. And as long as you're, Sonia, help me out, 300 feet away from a
school, yeah.
That is correct, but we also have Mr.
thing.
Guzman here to confirm that information.
Yes. Anybody else? Yes, please.
And also we've divided a section in the store that's an area for 21 and up, and then the underage for, the chips and snacks and drinks. So they'll have their own area and they'll have their own area, so they can't go past that area. Sorry.
Very nice of you, because you don't have to do it. So it
Yeah.
shows your commitment to our community. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank
Sorry,
you.
I forgot that part.
Anybody else? If not, I'll move to close.
Mayor, I move to recommend approval of the liquor license application to the Arizona Department of Liquor License and Control for Superstar Smoke and Bake number 4 as presented.
Second.
There's a motion, a second. All those in favor signifying by saying aye.
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 Any nays? Motion carries. Thank you so very much for understanding and our mistake. Thank you.
Thank you. Item number 7H, public hearing followed by discussion and possible action on any and all matters regarding rezoning case number 2026-0307, state land rezoning and ordinance number 486, an ordinance of the mayor and city council of the city of San Luis, Arizona, amending the official zoning map of the city of San Luis by changing the zoning classification of approximately 29.8 acres from neighborhood commercial C-1 to community commercial C-2 on properties located on Cesar Chavez Boulevard between 4th and 6th Avenue, repealing any conflicting provisions and providing for severability. Juan Tejeda, Acting Assistant Director of Development Services.
On this one, I'm going to declare a conflict, just
Okay.
for the record. Thank you.
Okay, good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, council members.
This is a request by the city of San Luis to rezone 4 state-owned parcels. These parcels are located on Cesar Chavez Boulevard between 4th Avenue and 6th Avenue. The rezoning is from neighborhood commercial to C1 to community commercial C2. This request does not remove or restricts any of the existing uses or permitted uses, but instead provide a more broader range of permitted uses. All the uses from C1 are permitted on the C2. This proposed rezoning is intended to support economic development efforts along the commercial corridor by providing more flexibility and aligning these properties to the existing properties to the east and the west, and the anticipated development for the area. Armando Esparza from Economic Development will have more information on this.
Again, good evening, Mayor and Vice Mayor and council members. Sonia, can you pull up the presentation? So the Economic Development Department has been working with the State Land Department for a couple of months. We submitted an application coming from the city to schedule an auction for these approximately 40 acres of state land right on Cesar Chavez Boulevard. Right now, we're still working with the state to set a date. We have to do some studies to put it out to auction. But what we worked on with Coleman and York was doing an analysis of retail in San Luis and using Placer AI and different sources of data. We found that San Luis has about approximately $55 million in retail leakage. Basically, that means that people go outside of San Luis to purchase goods and services. And if we were to capture those 55 million here in San Luis, that would generate approximately 3.2 million in additional revenue when it comes to sales tax. And this development is not going to capture all of it, but that's why we're working with the State Land Department to put it out to auction. So in order to be proactive, we are working with Development Services to zone the area in pink from C1 to C2. So when it goes out to auction, the land is ready for a developer to come in and purchase all the 40 acres, or we're also working with a department to maybe schedule different parcels at a time. Again, this is connected to the Cesar Chavez Boulevard Improvements Project, and part of the process with the state is that we have to submit some conceptuals as to what we are going to do with the parcels. And looking at the leakage numbers, this is what the consultant came up with. Again, we're still working with the states. They're backed up on applications, and we expect that to go out to auction in 8 to 12 months. And these are just conceptuals of what can be of these parcels. And open to any questions.
Not much of a question, but more of a comment. I know you've been working hard at this for at least, I've been here for 2 years, the last 2 years that I've known. And it's great that we're doing this right now. We just came back from somewhere where we have opportunities to get stuff like this done, and hopefully with this zoning change, it entices more businesses to come into the area. So thank you, Armando.
Anybody else? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
I do have a question, and Mayor,
Please, Councilmember Cabrera, when I ask the question, let me know right away, please, okay? I don't want to interrupt you.
thank you.
As a reminder, this is a public hearing, so members of the public can.
Yes.
So do I ask before you open it to the public, or do I wait?
Yeah, no, my mistake. Go ahead.
Thank you. First of all, thank you for doing this, because as our city continues to grow, and houses continue to be built and apartment complexes come to our community. We definitely need this. With that study that you did, $3.4 million in revenue that we're losing is huge. So thank you. Thank you for being proactive and trying to get these people to come and doing all the legwork for them to be able to just come and invest. So very appreciated. I know other companies that have been doing the process didn't have any experience, and they got to learn from submitting to the state and doing all these changes. By you guys doing all this legwork, it really makes a difference. So thank you so much.
Mayor, I motion to open up to the public hearing.
Mayor, Vice Mayor, if I may, this was a public hearing, so we need to make sure that the public hearing is closed before moving to the motion.
Oh.
Thank you.
You don't need to vote to close the public hearing.
No,
No.
no,
Okay.
the chair who's handling
Okay.
the item would open the public hearing,
Well-
ask for any comments, and then close the public hearing.
Okay, if there's no more comments, we close the public hearing. Okay.
Now a motion can be made.
No? Call for the motion.
I move to approve the reading of ordinance number 486 by title only.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor signifying by saying aye.
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 Any nays? I'll abstain.
Mayor,
Ordinance number 486, an ordinance of the mayor and city council of the city of San Luis, Arizona, amending the official zoning map of the city of San Luis by changing the zoning classification of approximately 29.8 acres from neighborhood commercial C1 to community commercial C2 on properties located on Cesar Chavez Boulevard between 4th and 6th Avenue, repealing any conflicting provisions and providing for severability.
I move to approve and adopt ordinance number 486.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor signifying by saying aye.
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 Any nays? I'll abstain.
Did you call for the vote, Mayor?
I'll call for the vote. You vote.
yeah, we all voted.
We
It was
voted.
unanimously, and the mayor abstained.
Okay, my
Sorry.
apologies.
I know.
No, that's fine, but you'd still do a roll call for an ordinance, just so
Okay.
that the record's
Yes,
clear.
let's do a roll call.
Councilmember Luis Cabrera,
Aye.
Councilmember Tadeo Asael de la Hoya,
Aye.
Councilmember Esteban Rosales,
Aye.
Councilmember Lizette Servin,
Aye.
Vice Mayor Javier Vargas,
Aye.
Mayor Nieves Raydell.
I'll abstain.
Thank you. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Item number 7I, public hearing followed by discussion and possible action on any and all matters regarding minor amendment case number 2026-0062, Colibri Townhomes and Resolution number 2397. A resolution of the mayor and city council of the city of San Luis, Arizona, amending the 2040 general plan to change the land use designation of lots 32 through 36 of the Plaza Colibri commercial subdivision totaling 6.71 acres from commercial C to medium-density residential MDR, repealing any conflicting provisions and providing for severability. This item is continued from the regular council meeting held on May 13th, 2026. Jose Guzman, the Director of Development Services.
For the record, Mr. Guzman, I do have a conflict.
We're Mayor, Vice Mayor, council members. So this is a request by Dias Engineering on behalf of Ardea Holdings for the minor amendment and rezoning of 5 lots within the commercial subdivision Colibri. The proposed project is for a 62 townhomes, private gated community. Sonia, you can put the presentation, please. So this case and the next one are related to the same project. The first one will be changing the land use designation of the general plan in order to allow for the rezoning. And then the rezoning to allow for the proposed townhomes. This is the proposed plan. This is just the rezoning portion of the process. The project still has to go through the subdivision process that's when they have to comply with all the applicable regulations with the city. Staff found that the proposed development is consistent with the general plan related to orderly growth, efficient use of infrastructure, and providing a variety of housing options. The Planning and Zoning Commission recommended approval, and staff also recommends approval of the minor amendment and the resolution number 2394. I want to mention that we did receive written opposition, which is part of the staff report.
Okay, the mayor has declared conflict of interest regarding the following agenda items, so I'll be taking over the meeting. And at this time, I will open the public hearing. Are there any comments from the public on this item? ¿Hay algún comentario del público sobre este tema? If not, I will close the public hearing. Oh.
Council members, my name is Naja Hedayes. I'm the project engineer. I just wanted to be here to see if you guys have any questions. Just, staff did a good job presenting it, but if you have any questions, I'm here.
Thank you. If no other comments, I will close the public hearing. Are there any comments from council? If not, I would like to entertain a motion.
I move to approve and adopt resolution number 2397.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by say aye.
Aye.
All against signify by saying nay.
Nay.
Nay. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Luis Cabrera,
Nay.
Councilmember Tadeo Asael de la Hoya,
Aye.
Councilmember Esteban Rosales,
Aye.
Councilmember Lizette Servin,
Nay.
Vice Mayor Javier Vargas,
Nay.
Vice Mayor, motion does not carry.
Thank you.
Item number 7J. Public hearing followed by discussion and possible action on any and all matters regarding rezoning case number 2026-0063, Colibri Townhomes, and ordinance number 483. An ordinance of the mayor and city council of the city of San Luis, Arizona, amending the official zoning map of the city of San Luis by changing the rezoning classification of lots 32 through 36 of the Plaza Colibri commercial subdivision, totaling 6.71 acres from community commercial C2 to medium high density residential R2, repealing any conflicting provisions and providing for severability. This item is continued from the regular council meeting held May 13th, 2026. Jose Guzman, Director of Development Services.
Vice Mayor, council members, with the previous item not being approved, this item cannot continue forward, so I'm not sure if there's a motion needed or.
No, that's correct, because this item is contingent upon the minor general plan being approved. That failed, so then this item would essentially be moot. We can't consider it at this time.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Guzman.
Item number 8, summary of current events, events by mayor, council members, and/or city manager pursuant to ARS Section 38-431.02K.
Okay, we'll start to my right.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. Good evening. I just want to say to the community, welcome back to school. School started for the Gadsden School District last week, so there's a lot of people taking their children to school, and the kids are out there walking. So just be vigilant of bicycle riders, people crossing the streets, school zones, and especially not speeding around the school zones, making sure our children are safe. So everybody, I wish you a successful 2026, 2027. So that's just my report. Thank you.
Next one,
I have nothing to report.
Councilmember De La Hoya.
Nothing to report at this moment, Mayor. Thank you.
Yes, so yesterday I just returned from Mexicali with Armando Yidal. We tagged along with GYDC. I'm a board member. So yesterday we were able to notice the MOU signing between GYDC, the Greater Yuma Economic Development Corporation, and the Mexicali EDC as a partnership to help each other as partners to bring businesses to Yuma County, whether it is to a Magrino Industrial Park or to any part of Yuma. If no one knows this, Mexicali is really big and is really big in manufacturing. There's billions, if not trillions of dollars worth of work and products produced every day there, such as chips, planes, and all that. We had a tour yesterday of Intuitive, which makes the surgery machines at the hospitals that do the surgery, the doctors, the little robots that cut you open. Got to use one of those. They're very, very, how do I say it? Very interactive, very impressive. We went to Skyworks where they make chips for automated cars, cell phones, modems. And then we also went to Honeywell Aerospace, which Honeywell is a very big known company, but as just these companies that are well known, it was just mind blowing to see what is done across the border in one of our sister cities, and the fact that they want to help us bring business to our area so we can help each other grow as communities is a really great thing. So it was. If anybody would have any questions or want more information, please reach out to me, Armando, or GYDC, or anyone here on staff, and we'll be able to get you more information on the MOU that we signed.
Thank you. Next.
Yes, I have a couple of things to report. I attended a couple of the last 2-3 weeks. We attended the new transfer station ribbon cutting ceremony. Most of us were there. It was a great experience, and it's a great service to our community. You will be hearing more. We'll be providing more information regarding the services. Also attended the Sunset Health ribbon cutting, the new birding center here for our down on Avenue F. Also the conversation with council, I was there as well, and also attended the Cocopa Indian Tribe swearing in ceremony. Also the Fuerza Local graduation, the third generation. So this is great. I know we're looking forward for the fourth one is coming up. So a lot of things are happening in our community, and one of the other things that I want to mention is our postmaster, and I think Councilmember De La Hoya mentioned this in the last couple of meetings. They're expanding their services. They added new mailboxes and other services that he mentioned that it will, if we could mention that, or maybe a presentation later on in the future. I don't know how much we can talk about that. I know we're working on several visits, but I don't know, Jenny, if you want to elaborate a little bit about that. I don't know how much information I can provide regarding our postal services.
Good afternoon, council member. I did visit the postmaster day. He gave me a tour of the facility. I did ask him a lot of questions because we want to be able to prepare a proposal to the federal government about how to address the home delivery if we look at, different options. So I do have some information. I need to try to put some type of actually a proposal,
Mhm.
so that hopefully in the next couple of months, we can take a trip to Washington, D.C. and meet with the federal postmaster and propose a plan, because eventually the city's growing and we're going to run out of postal boxes.
Right, right. And I also got a tour from him, and we did have a long conversation regarding our postal services and mail delivery. And this is something that the city of San Luis has been working for years. This is not under this administration or the past administration. We're talking about way 10, maybe 15 years that we've been working on having our mail delivered to our homes. And it looks like it's getting closer and closer every year. Now that the city is expanding and growing more, we have plans to go up to Washington and have that conversation to get that extra push that we need and funding, because it's something like Jenny just mentioned. We've been talking about this for more than a decade, and I know past city council and administration, they've been really active on it, but it just takes time. That's how government works, not just at city level, but state and federal level. It takes time, just like what we're seeing right now with our expansion on Juan Sanchez. That was a project that was in the pipeline for over 12 years, and we're just seeing it right now. So the mail service is also something that we've been working on for years, like I said, over a decade, and it looks like it's coming, not near, but we're closer than before. So I just wanted to mention that, and in the meantime, just take advantage of the new services that our post office is bringing to our community to help a little bit with the need that we have. And that will be all.
At 7:25, I adjourn. Thank you.